Good evening, homies. It's Steve Jackson, broadcasting live from the Vape Dungeon. I always like to tell people, if you don't know what the hell ohmies are, you need to go check out A Call to Ohms on Facebook. Great vaping group. Lots of people love, good information. My name's Steve Jackson. I am commonly up late, and tonight I've decided to enlist a beer in my why can't I go to sleep strategy. It's not very effective. But I have something very interesting in my possession, and I thought I'd stop by and make a video about it. I have here a Restless mod. That's right. It has a cool custom engraving on it for a good friend of mine. Has a Smoky Mountain Vapes logo on it. Has my E-clip on it. Got a heat sink, my stainless troll. I am highly accessorized. This is an interesting thing to see. Ooh, what is this? It makes a noise. Can you hear that? That's interesting. What could that mean? As it lights up. Could it be pulse wave modulation right here in a Restless mod? A Smoky Mountain Vapes Restless mod? Would that be a Restless Mountain mod? I've always kind of liked that name, Restless Mountain. Might talk Mr. James Keaton into using that name for these mods. This is a heck of a thing. I'm going to tear into it, and I'm going to do this kind of from a novice standpoint. First, I'm going to de-accessorize, take all my junk off of it. I like all this junk, because it makes vaping easier for me. Here's how the E-clip works. Now, some of you might say, oh, God, that's going to cause a lot of battery drop. You had not one, but two extra 510 connectors in there. Yeah, well, if I could detect the battery drop, you might convince me to care. Look at that button. Really like that button. Like that display. There we go. That potentiometer is nice and flush mounted. It's almost as if it's just a sticker on there. Got a nice bezel going. This was part of a laser design that I don't think, we'll call that my fault. It was a bad idea. Got a nice Fat Daddy 510 with the low profile on there. Magnetic backing. Strong magnetic backing too. We have here a common screwdriver. We have here a tough ass Restless mod on the ground. Nice powder coating on these boxes too. Despite my obvious mistake there, nothing damaged. And inside, we have all kinds of goodies. What is crammed into there? Look at all that clean circuitry. That is good stuff. I'm going to pull the batteries out so you can see. We have complete with battery stickers. We have an RMS meter. That's not just a voltage meter, it's an RMS meter. Hidden in this, of course, the potentiometer's here. Nice mount on the potentiometer. Got our fire button control here. And hidden in these electronics, under that piece of tape back there, there is a oh, no, it's not. Is that it? No, there's a MOSFET. That's our MOSFET up there on the top. And back there is a 555 timer circuit driving the entire thing. It is a genuine work of art. From the laser engraving all the way down to the wire management in here, and just the ease and precision that everything fits in. Batteries pop right in because it has the upside down, right side up clip style to it. It will not, and this is something that even some high-end mods like Sigelli's, and I love this. That's so nice. Some of the high-end mods, even the Sigelli's, definitely the Kangers, the new eLeaf 100 watt, they're all guilty of the same problem, and that is they will straight up rip your battery wrapping, but this box will not. I'm going to put some of my Omish Brew Purple Nurple on here, and then we're going to answer the old question, well, a couple old questions. Does it vape? That's a good question. Is it angry? That's another good question. Now let's just crank this little knob here all the way up to 100. Ooh. That's angry. I don't even know if I can hit that. Let's try a short drag off that. Where'd you go? The build that's on here is about a 0.26, I believe. Makes plenty. It's not sustainable, though, for a good long draw. You can short drag that all you want. I've had plenty of time to mess around with this box today. And about 2.88 volts, 2.89 RMS. Which is, I can't even remember what that means. It's a mean something, an average voltage. It means across a waveform, average effective voltage, really. Root mean square? Root mean square? That might be something else. A learned person will, without a doubt, post a comment on what RMS means. Something like root mean square. It's been a while since I looked that one up. So, a long pull. I've moved that up to 60. There we go. That's it. And the build that's on here, I don't know if you can see it, but that cotton's getting kind of old. That is some Twisted 26 UD wires. Got some old native wick on it. I've been running the same native wick on this for like 2 weeks and it's still kicking. I'm sure if it was absolutely fresh native wick, I'd crank this all the way up to 100%. And what that does, you can hear what it does actually. Let's turn this down. I'm going to crank it down. We landed on 40%. We're going to listen for it. Hear the ink. And we're going to crank it up. Changes pitch, right? That's because that potentiometer is changing a timer circuit in this. And what's happening is it is rapidly turning the power through a MOSFET on and off in a square wave configuration, equal off time and on time. So at 50%, it's running literally about half the time. But it's doing it in very rapid succession, so much so that you get a little bit of coil singing. But does it affect the vape? No. It is exactly like putting it on about a 3.43 volt regulated mod of your choice. Now you're still going to get, as the battery drains, you know, turn that up and up and up and up until you're on full time. But it's going to give you regulation that you could not otherwise have. If I wanted to put a 0.1 on this and turn it most of the way down, leave it most of the way down, I could do that. Or if I wanted to put a 0.5 on it, turn it all the way up right out of the gate, I can do that. If I want to put an ego adapter on here and put a C5S or take a C4 out of one of those gas station blister packs and screw on it, I could still put the right amount of voltage to it and vape it. So, what do I have here? I've got a lot of control. I have very simple, very sturdy, very industrial electronics, if you will. I have a very monstrously solid box, and this thing is lightweight. This is nothing in the hand. You take those batteries out of there, and it's so easy to carry around. And this box just fits nice. And that laser engraving This is going to Starfire Vapors, a friend of mine, or a couple of friends of mine actually, down in Florida. But with their permission, I wanted to give it a kind of a thorough shakedown and see how it felt. And it feels good. It feels really good. I'm digging it. So, Restless Mods. You want one of these? Come get one from me. Go get one from James Keaton directly. Doesn't matter to me. My interest in him for Smoky Mountain Vapes is really helping a great guy put out a great product. I mean, it's something born of a passion, and those are always of a quality sort of above. And it would be something that I'm interested in had I not tried it out and been absolutely thrilled with the way that it performs. So I hope that if you're interested in Restless Mods, you found this video useful in some way. If you got questions about this thing, ask me or ask James Keaton. He's a pretty readily available guy, and we will get you answers to that. Now, this is not nearly the only model of this that's available from him. He can make just about anything that you can dream up, and I've got some circuits that I've been working on to introduce some further controls to this, some fancier forms of regulation, and I can't wait to get those in front of an enthusiast like Mr. Keaton and see what happens with them, what becomes of them. Alright, so that's about it for tonight. Guys, I hope I'm going to sleep sometime soon. Wish me luck with that. But I highly recommend you get your hands on one of these. Have a good night.